right, so 5 pi over 6, or 5/6 pi. This is given to you in radians. So here's what I like to think of first. How would this be divvied up? So a full circle, remember, is 2 pi over 1. We're going to get it to have the same denominator, which in this case would be 6. So 2 pi over 1 is equivalent to, well, 1 times 6 would be 6. 2 pi times 6 would be 12 pi. So one full spin on this circle, the way we're going to think of it, would be 12 pi over 6. I know, that it seems goofy at first, but I think you'll like it eventually. So one full rotation would be 12 pi over 6. Half of that rotation, half of 12, would be 6 pi over 6. Right? And I know that these can all be reduced, right? 12 pi over 6 is 2 pi, which is a full rotation. 6 pi over 6 is 1 pi, which is, that's 180 degrees. I know, I get it. But this will help us figure out where 5 pi over 6 is going to fall. So halfway between 0 pi or 12 pi, well, we're going to think of it as 0 pi initially. Halfway between 0 pi over 6 and 6 pi over 6 would be 3 pi over 6. So each quadrant is going to be 3 pi over 6. So this would be 9 pi over 6. So 5 pi over 6, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. This would be your 5 pi over 6. Now eventually, you're going to have to find the reference angle for this. So if you know that it's going to give you the 180 degrees, and that's 6 pi over 6, and you're already 5 pi out of the 6 there, that would just leave a reference angle of 1 pi over 6. That's where we're going. We're not there yet. But keep that in mind for later. All right, so this one has fourths. So 2 pi over 1 represented as fourths, you'd have to multiply by 4. One full rotation would be 8 pi over 4. So if we're starting with 0 here, and then the second time around it's going to be 8 pi over 4. Half of 8 pi would be 4 pi. So 4 pi would be over here, 4 pi over 4, which again, I know it simplifies to just pi. I get it. And we're actually going negative here. So this will be negative 4 pi over 4. So it's between 0 and negative 4 pi over 4 would be negative 2 pi over 4. So every quadrant is going to be 2 fourths. So negative 2 fourths, negative 4 fourths, negative 6 fourths, and negative 8 fourths, and negative 10 fourths, negative 14 fourths. It keeps going like that. So let's get that angle. Here's our initial side. Negative 1 pi over 4 would be halfway between 0 and 2 pi over 4. So this would be our negative pi over 4. And again, eventually we're going to say, hey, what's the reference angle? That's an acute angle with the x-axis. So you would just say pi over 4. Way to go. All right, last one. 23 pi over 12. So we're going to need our 2 pi over 1 represented in twelfths, which would be 24 pi over 12. So one full rotation would be 24 pi over 12. So if we draw that out, and this was 0 pi, 0 initially, one full rotation would be 24 pi over 12. Halfway would be half of that, 12 pi over 12, which again is just pi. Half of that, 0 to 12, would be 6 pi over 12. So 6, 12, 18 pi. Am I running out of time? Yep, 15 seconds. Here we go. So we need 23 of those. So it's going to go almost all the way around, right here. 23 pi over 12.